No! No!
Sí, pero me vas a cobrar si te estás por el teléfono. ¿Qué es lo que te puedes? No. Ni el otro, ¿no? Yo es de pinche buscón, ¿eh? Pinche pico.
Go. 1 0 0.
You know when your friend says he's taking a gap year to learn stock trading and lock in to become a millionaire, saying that this is their year, but ends up doing absolutely nothing and procrastinating the entire time? Well, if you thought that was bad, this trend on Douyin pretty much just accepts all of that last part. And no, it's not about actual rats on the subways of New York. This is people in China calling themselves rats in the most self-aware way possible. Wake up at noon, don't leave the bed, only move to order takeout, spend 10 plus hours doom scrolling in the dark. No sun, no plans, no ambitions, just pure NPC hibernation. So this whole rat people wave really started blowing up around early 2025. A young creator from Zhejiang posted a vlog showing her normal day. Her routine went like this: wakes up around noon, stays in bed doom scrolling on her phone until 3 p.m, slowly migrates from bed to sofa. Not outside, alright? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Orders delivery for all 3 meals. I mean, I can't even order Uber Eats without the delivery costing the same as the food. She works remotely for an e-commerce company, so technically she's not unemployed at all. She just plays life on ultra low power saving mode. She basically avoids unnecessary communication with coworkers, so your team's meeting invite is being left on red. And she says, "We don't live to leave a deep impression on others. We just need to live comfortably." Crawls back under the covers by 8 p.m, spends the rest of the night napping, scrolling, repeat. And at the end, she hits everyone with, "How can a person be so happy?"
不知道自己啥时候睡着了，天又塌了，又是一片漆黑，你直接拍你一天的生活就好。
That's creepy, man.
Everyone with, "How can a person be so happy?"
不知道自己啥时候睡着了，天又塌了，又是一片漆黑，你直接拍你一天的生活就好了。
Even the dog has embodied your lifestyle. She turned doing absolutely nothing into an aesthetic. Others flexed even harder. I only get up once a day to go eat and can go days without washing. Her schedule is still too high energy compared to mine. And it became competitive laziness. Not who woke up earliest, but who left the bed the least. Peak unemployed Olympics.
It's pathetic, dude. It's like these days when people don't even know anything.
Breakfast at 10 p.m. Reading Labubu stories at 1 a.m. How to pursue this. A lot of the times, people fetishize this. For a lot of viewers, it removed some of the guilt of not living to that hyper-productive ideal. We're tired of sophisticated, fast-paced, efficient lifestyles imposed on us. We just want to live a life of leisure and relaxation. Like, if someone with a huge platform can be openly lazy, maybe you're not so bad for being a bit too tired too. And even merch and plushies have spawned from this. Some skincare and lifestyle brands have even and relaxation. Like, if someone with a huge platform can be openly lazy, maybe you're not so bad for being a bit too tired too. And even merch and plushies have spawned from this. Some skincare and lifestyle brands have even collabed with influencers making low energy homebody vlogs. Here's my 24-hour rat person routine, sponsored by this face mask. Bagging brand deals while lying in bed all day. Passive income final boss. Then you've got couples doing it together. Because what's better than one fried dopamine receptor? 2 fried dopamine receptors. That cat looks traumatized. That was an adventurous day. Benefits of not getting married. Staying home is so wonderful. I can sleep whenever I want with low desires and low appetite. This is the form of an iPad kid, but as an adult. I'm so envious. When I grow up, I want to be like that too. The whole aesthetic is purposely self-deprecating. Want with low desires and low appetite. This is the form of an iPad kid, but as an adult. I'm so envious. When I grow up, I want to be like that too. The whole aesthetic is purposely self-deprecating and kind of messed up, but that's the point. Now we gotta talk about Tangping, which is the term for lying flat, where it all originated from. Basically the beta version of rat people. Back then, everybody was talking about China's 996 work culture, working from 9 AM to 9 PM, 6 days a week. People were expected to grind non-stop and call it hustle instead of self-destruction. No marriage rush, no buying a house just because parents said so, just doing the bare minimum so you could stay sane. And well, the authorities were not so amused. The administration told platforms to censor lying flat content. They said, young people need to work hard, not lie down. But when you censor the word, you don't censor the feeling. So it just respawned in new forms, like Lao Shuren. Now when you look at one of these stores alone, it's easy to say, bro, just get up and touch some grass. But when you zoom out and see thousands of these diaries, you'll start to see a pattern. Bed, toilet, front door, back to bed. Powerless in the face of the job market, but oddly safe and comforted by their little routines. Basically, I can't fix the system, but at least I can create a tiny world where I feel okay, even if that world is just my bed, my blanket, and my phone. Now how about we take that lying flat energy offline and bring it up a mountain? The Chongqing Bachelor Brothers. These guys basically said, why be a rat in a tiny apartment when we can lie flat on a mountain with the boys? Basically lying flat but on steroids. They ditched city life and headed back to rural hills because they really couldn't make a living in the city and they didn't want to do physical hard labor. So the only choice you have, go home, gather a squad of single men to form a bachelor lodge. Their lifestyle pledge was basically no mortgage, no car loan, no wife, just eating, sleeping, and lightly farming life for content. Their videos show them doing these goofy praying mantis dances, growing veggies, wearing ragged clothes on purpose, and pretty much selling this extreme, we lie down and do nothing aesthetic. Why should I, a person with no mortgage, no car loan, no offspring, work for you or risk my life for you?
亲爱的直播间您好，我就是每天吃着馊了的拌面，我也不会出去为你打工。我一觉醒来是脸也不洗，牙也不刷，就爱吃点老干妈。如今大环境这么差，我一个商务人员。 没房贷，没车贷，没后贷，我干嘛要为你工作，为你卖命？我不会让你那句“你不干，有的是人干”这句话在我身上得到应验，你知道吗？我们应该把这些机会留给那些年轻人，留给那些有老婆、有孩子、有车贷、有房贷的人，对不对？像我一个商务人员，我每一次就喝一口快乐小汽水。
That's the point.
啊，好爽啊！喝完睡觉。
Everyone loved it. The Bachelor Lodge became a symbol of freedom. These guys were like the Avengers of lying flat youth. But of course, state media and people with more traditional values did not approve. Said they were misleading young people and basically doing all of this for attention. If young people depend on acting pitiful and making themselves look ugly just to get clicks, what hope does society have? Then came the plot twist. Bringing the lying flat lifestyle from a private bedroom to public was apparently one step too far. On May 15th, Bachelor society have. Then, with more traditional values, did not approve. Said they were misleading young people and basically doing all of this for attention. If young people depend on acting pitiful and making themselves look ugly just to get clicks, what hope does society have? Then came the plot twist. Bringing the lying flat lifestyle from a private bedroom to public was apparently one step too far. On May 15th, Bachelor Bro suddenly announced that the Bachelor Lodge had to shut down due to unspecified forced factors. He didn't say what happened, but of course we know why. The group's content about refusing to work, refusing to marry, and lying flat together as a group flew too close to the sun. China state-controlled media. The authorities don't like any organized group of unemployed people trying to send a message, even if it's packaged as jokes. Whether that's 100% accurate or not, the whole incident showed how fast a meme about laziness can become a stability risk in the eyes of Chongqing. Now, before these people were bragging about surviving on milk tea and screens, there was the OG, the final boss of not trying, the pioneer of horizontal living, a kind traveler. This man didn't just lie flat. He sped ran life on easy mode and then wrote a guidebook for everyone else. He drops a legendary post titled, "Lying Down is Justice." In it, he confesses he hasn't had a stable job in 2 years and he absolutely feels zero guilt towards it. His survival strategy? Not hustle culture, not tech entrepreneurship. Nah, this man was powered by 2 meals a day and pure philosophy. Breakfast, noodles and egg. Dinner, rice and vegetables. Chicken cutlet rice was his treat yourself moment. He said his expenses were 200 yuan a month. Food is the only necessity. Bro was basically living on 2010 prices in 2025. And when the savings got low, did he panic? No. He simply went outside, worked a odd job for about 1 to 2 months a year, then returned to his full-time horizontal mode. He even got an actor's license so that he can become a film extra. Basically getting paid to lie around on set in different 1 to 2 months a year, then returned to his full-time horizontal mode. He even got an actor's license so that he can become a film extra. Basically getting paid to lie around on set in different poses. Since this land has never truly fostered an ideology that elevates human subjectivity, I can create one for myself. Lying flat is my intellectual exercise. Only by lying flat can one truly measure all things. Cats possess agency, but humans lack it. When will this alienated world end? According to him, rest, sleep, even death are the ultimate objective truths. Bro somehow turned sleep into a TED Talk. And he said he'd spend hours lying at his window, watching people rushing outside, and sometimes hide somewhere just so he could laugh at all the hustle bros speed walking to jobs they hate. This is just his peak villain arc, and his most famous line became a motto. Lying flat is the sick leave I took from my desire. All the hustle bros speed walking to jobs they hate. This is just his peak villain arc, and his most famous line became a motto. Lying flat is the sick leave I took from my desires. Tell me that isn't the rawest bar you've ever heard in your life. It's pretty easy to just say, they're lazy, and they just don't want to work. But you know, life is expensive, sleep is free, so if you ever catch yourself lying in bed at 2 p.m., scrolling, eating takeout, avoiding sunlight like a vampire with student loans, you're not failing. You're just participating in a global cultural movement. It's not that we don't want to work, it's just that we want to work after a 6-month nap. So yeah, maybe the real Chinese dream was the naps we took along the way.
Yeah, fine, okay. Caramba, duro arriba y abajo, la espalda. Tu cuero cama, creo que duermas más, mi cuero duro así. Porque me retiro porque estoy muy hinchado.
Fine, okay. ¿Se me pone algo?